In terms of, obviously Oxford is an absolutely phenomenal institution and is, at minimum in the top 3 of all of the rankings. Do you feel like, obviously I'll ask you in a bit about what you're doing now in a post-Oxford world, but do you feel like Oxford has set you up with all the skills you need to achieve what you want to achieve? And did they give like a lot of support for kind of future careers? Because obviously Oxford is Oxbridge is more related with research, and I know you didn't go down that route. Did you still feel like you had the skills you needed to go down the other route?
Yeah, I mean, the teaching is very high quality, and I feel like, especially in terms of chemistry, I feel like they've set me up pretty well, which is good. I feel like I've got quite a well-rounded knowledge on chemistry. The careers service there is also really good, and I participated in quite a lot of the schemes and opportunities that the careers service offered. So that's really good. Again, I feel like everyone's experience at any university is unique. So, again, it's about taking the opportunities that are available to you. So some of my friends were really into going to finance ways, but so they joined all the finance societies. They took part in talks and seminars and lectures and all those kind of things, which, Oxford gives you the option for, which I think is really, really good. So again, I feel like you can really tailor your experience to where you want to go, which I think is the great thing about university in general. It's up to you. You can take what you want from it.
Awesome. Yeah, and what are you doing now? What is next for Amelia in a post-Oxford world?
So I am actually a chemistry teacher now. So it was actually something which I only kind of fell into in my 4th year. So again, kind of in terms of thinking about what my values are, I felt a lot of pressure actually through university to go down more traditional routes of what my friends were doing in terms of law, consulting, finance, PhDs. It's basically what all my friends were doing. And it took me those kind of 4 years to realize actually, maybe I'm just following the crowd. What do I actually enjoy doing? And everything, again, looking at the societies I joined and kind of the mentoring I did, I realized that I actually firstly love talking about chemistry, and then secondly I like working with younger people and children. So I was like, it makes sense for me to become a teacher, and I'm really loving it so far. So again, I think that's what the university offers you, is the time to kind of evaluate what's actually important to you and what do you want to get out of your degree. So yeah, that's what I'm doing at the moment.
Awesome. Nice. Anything else you want to talk about?
No, not really. I just if there was
now's your chance.
Yeah, if there was not only for me, because obviously I'm kind of towards the end of my Oxford application journey, but for people who are thinking about applying to Oxford, for people who are going to apply to Oxford next year, what's kind of reflecting on your kind of journey into Oxford rather than at Oxford, what's your one biggest piece of advice for people who are in the position where they've said, yep, I'm going to do it, I'm going to apply for Oxbridge?
Yeah, I mean, firstly, apply. I think so many people don't apply because they think, there's no point, I'm definitely not going to get in. And I felt the same. I'd no way in a million years that I think I'd get an offer from Oxford. And, just applying is almost the biggest hurdle for lots of people. And then secondly, I think, at least from a chemistry perspective, learn your A-level syllabus. So I thought I had to read all these extra chemistry books and read all these journals and articles and newspapers and watch YouTube videos and stuff, which was really fun. I loved doing it. But when it came down to the nitty-gritty of the interviews, it was my A-level content that actually really helped me. So again, kind of going back to basics and kind of revising what you already know, and maybe looking ahead to all of your year 13 content, I found really useful, at least for applying for sciences. And I also think getting used to talking out loud as well. It's not very natural for you to speak in an academic way out loud. Normally, I would never talk academically beforehand. I just talked about Love Island with my friends and things like that. So, getting used to, sitting down with a teacher or maybe someone else who's got similar interest and kind of discussing a topic that you're interested in can be really useful to, again, prepare yourself to articulate your thoughts in either an essay or in an interview.
Awesome. It's a really interesting idea and thought, actually, because you got those tutorials, as Amelia was saying, that are they're small, they're tight knit. You said 4 or 6 people, I think it was, or something.
Yeah, 3 people.
3 people. Wow. So actually, you've got to be able to learn to express your thoughts on an academic subject, which you just would probably never get even in A level, really.
Yeah,
or
definitely.
IB.
I think everyone has ideas, but you know, Oxford just kind of wants to teach how to articulate those ideas, I guess. And it can be really kind of frustrating sometimes, I guess, when you have like lots of ideas, but you're losing it in translation when you say it. And I think that's such an amazing skill that Oxford teaches you, that, you know, it's amazing cultivating, you know, the thought processes. You need to get ideas, but also they teach you the importance of actually being able to kind of bring words to the ideas and express the way you feel about a subject in a kind of, you know, like you said, an academic register, which is I imagine is going to be important wherever you go. In teaching, it must be very important. But even if you did go the consulting or finance route, you have to talk about, you have to talk.
Your subject.
Yeah, you have to know. And knowing the subject is one thing, but there's no point knowing it if you can't talk about it.
Yeah.